As you know, in the Sacramento region, we have some wonderful animal shelters with hardworking staff and volunteers that make the lives of the animals in their care as enjoyable as possible. Chako runs a foster home program in cooperation with a number of pit bull advocates in the region. In these foster homes, dogs live in more natural home-like settings where the dogs get to be part of the family, receive additional socialization, and obedience training. The following are a couple of interviews with participants in the Chako Dog Fostering Program. Okay, here we are with Dan and Audrey of Sacramento, California. And you want to introduce everybody on the couch there, Dan?
Yeah, this is our dog Remington. Over here, pouting, is our dog Bosworth. This is our newest foster dog here, Oakley. And this is my wife, Audrey.
Cool. Great. Well, we're glad to be here. Why did you choose to foster a dog for Chako?
Well, that was, I definitely was the one that led that. Dan's been super supportive, but it all started since we had Remy, and he's just been wonderful. I started looking for a pit bull rescue type program in the area, and I found Chako. And so I went to their volunteer class, and I did the orientation, and we're big runners, so I asked if, like, do any dogs need run or walked, and I started running with this dog named Tyson, and Dan came with me a couple of times, and he got adopted out, but unfortunately that didn't work out, so he came back to the program, but his former foster no longer was able to foster, and so he was in desperate need of a foster. And since we knew him, we thought, sure, let's see how it works out, and it worked out really well, and we wound up only having him for a week, and I was just telling him today that I got a new update about him, and he's a Sharks fan because his mom is dressing him up in a Sharks costume. So he has found a very happy ending, and because that experience was so rewarding, we thought, we can do this more, and so.
And so, who is your latest foster?
This is Oakley. She came from the Folsom shelter, and she's the first female we've had, interestingly, but she's a little one, and she's doing really great. She's definitely a people dog, as you can tell, but she's doing really well with the other two dogs, and she's learning the manners and getting into the routine really, really well.
Outstanding, outstanding. What is the most rewarding part about the fostering experience?
For me, it's saving them, giving them a second shot, and watching them go to new, wonderful homes.
And so Oakley is your third foster, is that correct?
Yes, she's the third foster we've had.
And so you had you have Oakley, and Tyson was your first foster. Who was your second foster?
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, the second one was Charlie. He's the one that we had the longest so far.
About 2 months.
Yeah, we had him 2 months, and it would be hard to find a dog as good as that dog. He came right in, integrated right with these guys, picked up the routine.
He was a rock star.
He was an awesome dog. So I think maybe being female makes her a little more independent. She didn't want to just join the pack with these guys. She's a little more independent, but she's fallen into line and doing real well. So
it's interesting to see all the different personalities.
Yeah.
And so all in all, you've been fostering for Chako how long?
Full year.
Full year.
Tyson came to us last January. So.
Great. So here we are with Joni, and we're talking to Joni today about fostering for Chako. So Joni, how many dogs have you fostered?
I have fostered 11 dogs.
Wow!
Yeah.
Over how many years?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
That's a lot of dogs that you fostered.
Yes, it is.
And are you fostering a dog currently?
I am, Sabrina.
And tell us about Sabrina.
Yeah. Sabrina is a 9-week-old black and white pit bull puppy who was born with eye deformities, and had to have them removed. She's totally blind, but she's a rambunctious, spunky, typical normal puppy that bangs into things on the rare occasion.
Now, was she able to see before the surgery?
She was not, no. Her eyes were severely deformed and underdeveloped. So they were totally useless, and they had to remove them to stop infections from setting in because she would get a lot of debris buildup in there.
Okay, okay. So she's actually better off after the surgery than before having the surgery done.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. And what would you say is one of the most rewarding aspects of fostering dogs?
Saving the lives. I mean, that's it. You get them out of the shelter environment where they don't show well, in my opinion, because there's stress and there's noise and there's chaos. You get them into a loving home where they can live like normal dogs should, and they settle in and they're amazing after that. You give them a day or two and they're done. They're just ready. They're home. They're ready to find their forever families.
Very cool, very cool.
Yes.
And on average, how long do you foster a dog for?
The longest dog I've had was 2 months, and that was my very first foster.
Okay,
Yes.
and well, that's great, and you know, that's wonderful that you've fostered 11 dogs over 3 years. That's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
What do you think of the experience in working with Chako as far as fostering dogs?
Chako, the experience has been amazing. I've learned so much from them about the breed itself and about advocating and how really wonderful these dogs are.
Well, Joni, thank you so much for fostering dogs for Chako, and we appreciate everything you do for the dogs and the organization.
Thank you, Eric. We appreciate you too.
I don't know how we happened, we just kinda did. I was being sarcastic and asked for a kiss. You've been on my mind.